Isn't it strange? We live in an age of central heating and plush beds, yet a simple power outage can leave us shivering. Our comfort depends so much on technology that we've forgotten the skills our ancestors relied on. They faced harsher winters in drafty homes, yet often slept warmer than we do. Their secret wasn't gadgets, it was knowledge, passed down through generations. Think about your own bed, a mattress, a fitted sheet, and a thick duvet. It works if the room is heated. But take away that heat, and cold creeps in from every direction, no matter how thick your duvet. Our ancestors knew a single layer wasn't enough. They built their warmth from many simple parts, not one high-tech item. Each night they assembled their bed as a ritual against the cold. The key was keeping a small pocket of air warm around the body, not heating the whole room. This principle shaped everything: the materials they chose, the way they arranged their bedding and their nightly routines. Their wisdom was practical, born from necessity, and it's something we can still learn from today. Modern comfort is fragile. Ancestral knowledge is resilient. Let's rediscover how they stayed warm, even in the coldest nights. We think warmth comes from technology, turning up the heat, plugging in blankets, buying high-tech duvets. But our ancestors saw it differently. Staying warm was about holding on to the heat you already have. Your body is a furnace. The trick is to keep that heat from escaping. Every layer and material they used was chosen to trap body heat, not create new warmth. Heat rises, radiates, and conducts away, so their bedding fought heat loss on all fronts. Their beds were thermal envelopes, not just piles of blankets. Think of keeping tea hot. You insulate it from all sides. They did the same with their bodies. Their focus on conservation, not creation, made their methods reliable, no matter the technology. When the power fails, your body still produces heat. Knowing how to trap it gives you true independence. Mastering this is a shift from being a passive consumer to an active manager of your own warmth. That's a skill as valuable now as it was centuries ago. When we're cold in bed, we instinctively add more blankets on top. But often, the real problem is the cold beneath us. Heat is lost through conduction. Your warmth seeps into the mattress and bed frame below. Our ancestors knew that no amount of top blankets could fix a cold bed base. Their solution? Insulate from below first. They used thick straw, feather mattresses, or mats of wool and rushes, anything to trap air and block the cold. This underlayer was the foundation of warmth, not an afterthought. In contrast, modern mattresses focus on comfort, not insulation, and can actually draw heat away. When the room gets cold, your mattress becomes a heat sink. Relearning to insulate beneath you with old blankets or a camping mat can make all the difference. Warmth starts from the ground up. Modern bedrooms feature a single thick duvet, but our ancestors preferred many thin layers. Why? Because warmth comes from trapped air, not just fabric. Each thin blanket creates a new layer of warm air, building a powerful barrier against the cold. 5 thin blankets can be warmer than 1 heavy duvet, and they're more adaptable. If you get too warm, just remove a layer. Much easier than wrestling with a bulky comforter. Thick duvets can develop cold spots as filling shifts, but layered blankets stay consistent. Modern duvets allow air to circulate inside, losing heat through convection. Separate layers prevent this, each acting as a barrier to heat loss. The old way is simple, low-tech, and highly effective. Many blankets truly do make light work of staying warm. Layering is the secret weapon against winter chills. Don't underestimate the power of a well-built stack of blankets. Staying warm isn't just about trapping air. It's about managing moisture. Every night, our bodies release water vapor. If it gets trapped, bedding feels damp and cold. Wool was our ancestors' favorite for a reason. It absorbs moisture without feeling wet and keeps insulating even when damp. Cotton collapses when wet, losing warmth, but wool's springy fibers keep trapping air. That's why sailors and shepherds trusted wool in the harshest conditions. Synthetics often trap moisture, leaving you clammy. Wool's natural properties are hard to beat for warmth and comfort. A good wool blanket is a timeless guardian against cold and damp. The right materials are only half the battle. Using them well is the other half. Our ancestors didn't just toss blankets on, they sealed themselves in. Tucking in the bottom layers tightly stopped cold drafts from sneaking in. Overhanging top blankets were tucked around the body, sealing the sides and keeping heat from escaping. The top was folded around the shoulders and neck, sometimes with a nightcap to prevent heat loss from the head. This envelope method minimized the air your body had to heat and kept it from mixing with the cold room. Modern duvets often leave gaps, letting warmth escape with every movement. By tucking in, you transform your bed into an efficient cocoon. How you use your bedding matters as much as what it's made of. A well-sealed bed is your best defense against the cold. We look for one perfect solution, but our ancestors mixed materials for maximum effect. A typical old bed combined linen or cotton sheets for comfort, wool blankets for insulation, and a heavy quilt for weight and wind resistance. Each layer had a job: breathability, warmth, or blocking drafts. This blend created a system stronger than any single material. Today, don't throw out old cotton blankets or heavy quilts. They all have a role. Place a wool or fleece blanket over your sheet for insulation, then a dense cotton blanket or quilt on top. Mixing materials makes your bed more adaptable and resilient. It's a practical genius we can still use. The best warmth comes from combining the strengths of different fabrics. Don't settle for just one type. Build your own layered system. That's how our ancestors stayed warm, and so can you. It's easy to dismiss old ways as outdated, but this knowledge is more relevant than ever. Power outages and winter storms can leave us cold and vulnerable. Knowing how to build a warm bed is a survival skill, not just a historical curiosity. Insulating from below, layering using wool, and sealing your cocoon can mean the difference between misery and comfort. This wisdom doesn't require fancy gear, just blankets, sheets, and a little know-how. By reclaiming these skills, we become more resilient and self-sufficient. Don't wait for an emergency, experiment now. Try adding a blanket underneath, practice tucking in, and dig out that old wool blanket. Share this knowledge with others. It's a gift from the past. The next time the power goes out, you'll be ready. Ancient warmth is waiting to be rediscovered. Stay warm, stay prepared, and pass it on.